In this week's Sedra Bo, we find the first commandment regarding the mitzvah of tefillin, and it shall be for you a sign on your arm and a reminder between your eyes. In the last verse of the Sedra, the command is repeated, and it shall be a sign upon your arm and an ornament between your eyes. The Chassam Sofer, may his merit protect us, explains that there are two kinds of signs. When two people are saying goodbye to each other and they will be apart for an extended period of time, one will give the other a memento. At times, the gift relates to the great love between them, and therefore each one wants the article that was gifted to always be before their eyes. This is totafos, an ornament. Other times, it is the opposite. Since the love between them is weak, there is a possibility that, during the absence, it will be completely forgotten. The purpose of the gift is that they each remember the other, and to maintain the relationship and rouse the love. This is l'zikaron, a reminder. Tefillin can also serve this double objective. It serves as a reminder for those that can possibly forget their connection to Hashem, while for others, it serves as an ornament for those that have a strong love of Hashem and therefore want that a sign of Hashem should always be joined to his body. The Gemara in Brachos 6 states on the verse in Kisavo, "Then all the peoples of the earth will see that the name of Hashem is proclaimed over you, and they will fear you," refers to the tefillin shorosh, the tefillin worn on the head. This means that the nations will see the tefillin donned by the Jews on their heads, and it will influence them. All ask, if the nations know about the wonders that happened in Egypt, why do they need to see the tefillin? They should be in fear simply because of the events that occurred in Egypt. As we are about to read by the splitting of the sea, that the nations heard about the miracles of Hashem, and they were shaken. They were overtaken by terror. They became frightened and confused. And if they don't know about Hashem's wondrous events, what kind of effect would the tefillin shorosh have? The Sfas Emes, may his merit protect us, answers that tefillin had the purpose, as stated in our Sedra, so that Hashem's Torah will always be in your mouth. Tefillin's task is to bring out from the heart to the mouth. A Jew's soul is full of remembrance of Hashem, and tefillin, with their Parshios, bring them out prominently upon the body. One must be affected by tefillin so that he expresses holy speech. Then the nations will see that the name of Hashem is proclaimed upon you. Therefore, on Shabbos, the sign of tefillin is extraneous. Since on Shabbos, a Jew has an extra soul. The soul rushes out from the Jew's body. He gets a new countenance, a different look, a glorious look that can be mesmerizing. On Shabbos, tefillin are extraneous as Torah is already in our mouths. In the reading of the weekly portion, the words of Torah are expressed loud and clear. In all types of relationships, reserved feelings of love, sympathy, attention, or admiration are not enough. It must be in your mouth, demonstrated not just in action, but also in words. In families, between husband and wife, parents and children, one should not skimp on words of tenderness. Rather, one needs to be expressive. So too, love of Hashem and faith require vocalization. Our love of the land of Israel must also be expressed. The world should hear a glorious voice, that the name of Hashem is proclaimed upon us. Hopefully, our youth must hear and want to hear what we believe, what we feel, what we think, and what we dream. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, may his merit protect us, soon after the victorious return of Yerushalayim in 1967, began a campaign to make the mitzvah of tefillin popular. The mitzvah should always accompany us, and all the peoples shall see and fear you. However, the greatest and most difficult task still stands before us, so that Hashem's Torah will always be in your mouth. Rashi in the Sedra Matos cites this affray that all the prophets introduced their prophecies using the term Ko Amar Hashem, so said Hashem. Moshe was superior to them and prophesied, saying, Zeh hadavar, this is the matter that Hashem commanded. So said, Ko amar Hashem, is a general term that does not connote accuracy. Zeh hadavar, on the other hand, this is the matter, means that it is exact, without any uncertainty. This is a level that only Moshe could attain. Reb Levi Mibarditchev, may his merit protect us, asks in his Sefer Kedushas Levi that in this week's Seder Bo we find that Moshe also said, Ko amar Hashem. As the verse states, so said Hashem at about midnight. Additionally, earlier, Moshe spoke to Paro and said, so said Hashem, the God of Israel. The Taz, in his Sefer Divrei David, distinguishes between prophecy and Torah. For a prophecy, Moshe also said, so said Hashem. However, when Moshe had the job of teaching the Jews the laws of the Torah, there he was extraordinary with his exactness. Zeh hadavar, this is the matter. This is the law, nothing different, without any doubt. The Berditchever answers, right after the giving of the Torah at Har Sinai, when Moshe was able to see with total clarity, aspaklaria me'ira, when he was affected by the image of godliness, he was able to state, this is the matter, zeh hadavar. Right after receiving the Torah, the Jews were also uplifted and sanctified. When they saw the sounds, only then could they receive and understand when Moshe said, zeh hadavar, this is the matter. However, earlier, when the Jews hadn't reached that level, Moshe also had to use the term, so said Hashem. American Judaism was limited to a spiritual leadership that spoke but only said, Ko amar Hashem. Our youth, especially, did not hear about the foundations of Emunah, of Torah, of Judaism. However, a new era has arrived. Now is the time when the Torah of Hashem must be in your mouth, with clarity, directly. It is a time ripe for zeh hadavar, this is the matter, which has a compelling effect. When the Jews in the temple heard the explicit name, the Shem HaMeforash of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, emerging from the mouth of the Kohen Gadol, when Torah and godliness is expressed with clarity, with holiness, with purity, they would kneel, prostrate themselves, and fall on their faces. It is effective then, it's moving, it's compelling. And then they say, Baruch Shem, blessed is his name. Shabbat Shalom.